Counterpunch promo live in 3, 2, 1.
Once upon a time, they awoke to the concerted effort underway to dummy them down, to the forces working at every turn to water down human wherewithal. They stood, they rallied, they drew their line in the sand, vowing once and for all to scale their spines and mortal up. That was the day the tables turned, took notice.
Live from the Counterpunch Studios in Columbus, Ohio, you're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy on IPMNation.com. If you're not going to mortal up, why not just stay in bed?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is not a drill.
All-Natural Being. Warning, All-Natural Being with Brian Brawdy is designed to shake your sense of self to the core.
It's full contact psychology with an empowering twist, a philosophical loofah for your soul.
For those of you not ready or comfortable releasing your inner superhuman, listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host,
Brian Brawdy.
Waiting for the music to be over. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for the 433rd episode of the... Yeah, it's a good thing I stand up straight there, right? Lose that little peak. The number one rated all-natural being, and as you heard, the gong heard around the world. Your snooze alarm sworn enemy. I love that. Radio that sparks your smart. Broadcast that builds your strong and unleashes your legendary, because you know, I believe that if you're still here, make no mistake, you have a legend to let loose. So I also think we're serving up some of the best thoughts in the history of thinking. And I'm always fired up to be your virtual hitchhiker, riding shotgun as you get ready to jump into your day. So what do you say? Here's your opportunity to mortal up, to crush your can't, and let your critics have it while you're at it. It's time. So let's go kick in some doors. Happy Monday morning if you're listening live. Happy whatever time of day or night it is if you're listening to the rebroadcast, the on-demand broadcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You know where you are. But a shout out to all of you if you're listening on those particular formats. Thank you so very much. I also this morning, got a lot of people to thank in a short little time to do it, but I want to thank Matt Connerton from IPM Nation and Rob and Slim. We'll get into Rob from Rob and Slim. We'll get into that in a little bit this morning, but thank you very much, guys, for brainstorming a bit last night on the weekly version of Sneak Speak. I super appreciate that. I also wanted to thank everyone. I got a bunch of names that I would like to, if it's cool with you all, read. I won't read off all the anonymous, but 220 some odd shares over on the GoFundMe campaign in the opening 3 days, I guess, or 4 days. Is that it? I don't count Sunday. But in the opening 3 days, 220 some odd shares. So thank you all. I'm not going to read all those names, but for Sue and Mia and Tina and Hillary and Lee and Kathy and Janice and Patricia, Rebecca, Tamara, Leanne, Bob, Chantel, Barbara, Ian, Paul, Chris, Joe, and Greg. Thank you all so very much for riding shotgun now on my journey as I prepare. If for most of you, the no story race. Okay, we'll just move on from there. But thank you all very much. I super appreciate it. And I want to get in this morning to our Low Lifes Making headlines. So let's do that, and then we will be right back. Let's try this one for a second. Let me do this. Also, don't forget as we get ready this morning, you can call in 833-646-3877. It's a toll-free call. 833-MINDUPS, MINDUPS, just like push-ups, pull-ups, or sit-ups. Also, the QR code is now up on the screen if you happen to be watching our broadcast. You could be on Twitter. You can be on YouTube. What is this called? Oh, Facebook, right? You could be here on Facebook. And if you're heading about and out the door, just hit the QR code. You can take our show right with you on the road. All right, so let's do this, and we will be right back.
What's on the menu for the next 30 minutes? Well, we play less music than any other radio station in the morning, guaranteed. That's our If It's Your Favorite Song, You'll Never Hear It Here promise.
Hot heads wrapped in thin skin covering brittle brains atop balsa wood spines? It's time for lowlifes making headlines. Right? Instead of giving them all the fame, instead of giving them everything that they're looking for, some kind of vision, slaughterers, these mass murderers, these lowlifes making headlines, let's stop giving them the headlines. No names, no pictures, right? If you want to put the names and the pictures of the victims and of course, it's up to their families, but no more making headlines for these lowlives, right? No more names, no more photos, no more making them rock stars, right? And because that's what they want. That's a part of it in their own mind. They're going to stand up to whatever atrocity they think in their minds is created. So let's not give them the headlines. Let's not make them a lowlife making headline. Don't forget, I'd love to hear what you're thinking about this morning. If you get a chance, give us a call. Again, 833-646-3877. It's toll free. Don't forget, you can also join everyone texting in this morning. Thank you very much. Super appreciate it. Good morning to you as well. You can join everyone texting in if you like live, and that is 833-646-3877. Man, look how that worked out. But don't forget, standard texting rates apply. We have an in-studio guest this morning. Thought I'd mention real quick. Oh, Socrates, how are you? Nice of you to stop by. Let me know if I can get you something to drink. All right, we're going to get on to our... You know what? Let's do this because we have a special guest calling in here in just a little bit. So normally this would be the time that we do our 60-second stoic, but I thought what we'll do this morning is we'll just kind of set up, just like a prelim of who's going to be calling in. Monday mornings, our good friend Derek Noel will be calling in from Derek Noel Fitness. He has his own show now. In the evening, Sunday night, if you happen to catch it. He's doing great. He's already in the top 10 on IPM Nation. He's doing great because he answers your questions about physical fitness. And last night, just held to the screen about diet and this and that and all this. But he takes questions live from the feed, just like we do here. So he'll be calling in here in just a bit. So we'll get ready and set up for him. And then we will be right back.
You're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy, because it's never too late to take your life back.
I believe that. It's never too late to take your life back. So think about that this morning as we get ready to prepare for Derek Noel and Derek Noel Fitness and his tip. How about a mental tip, right? When we talk about progressive adaptation of a muscle, how about our mental muscle? What can you do this week? What can you do starting today, right now, to put your highest priority top of the list? Your heart's, right? Your heart has a passion, and that vibration moves through you. But what you and I have done from time to time throughout life is we've done everything we can to deaden that vibration, right? Like if you take a tuning fork, right? You take a tuning fork and you go, okay, I'm going to hit this tuning fork. And you can hear it. Right? But then you go like this. Right? So here's your heart's vibration. Everything going good? You dampen it. You dummy it right down. You don't unleash your legendary. That's what we were talking about this morning. All right, let's take a quick call. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Here we go. Good morning, caller. Who's this?
This is Derek Noel from Derek Noel Fitness.
Derek Noel from Derek Noel Fitness. How the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel like my ears were burning, so I figured it was time.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying to people, right, is just listen, and when I say your name, that's when you call in. People going, oh, when should I call in? When should I call in? When should I call in? I would wait, this is just me, but I would wait for this. Right? So the drum roll is actually your name. When I say your name, then people call in. So great job on the timing. All right, so I had just mentioned to everybody about your show, already in the top 10 at IPM Nation last night. Great job, by the way. And I said to your dad afterwards, it was very nice because he's usually the one shooting me the eyeballs. So now that he's on the clock and has to watch the time and everything else, I learned how to text emojis. So I was texting them eyeballs and sticks of dynamite and what else? Oh, scissors cutting. Those big clapboards from TV productions. I was just having a blast in the final minutes of your show. But let's go ahead and get to your tip of the week, because I was saying to people from now on, you'll be calling in Monday mornings and telling us exactly what we need to focus on for the week ahead. So what do you have for us this morning?
Well, St. Patty's Day was yesterday, and
that's right. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
A lot of people probably enjoyed themselves a little bit.
Yes, we did.
Or a lot of it.
Right.
It's the day where everyone's Irish, after all. But
right. I had green food coloring. In my morning cinnamon rolls, with the white icing, to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Is that what you talk about? Everyone had a lot of fun yesterday. I squirted, I didn't, Ashley did, right? But green food coloring into the white icing. Yeah, so see? So how do I recover from that this morning, Derek, I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, the nicest way to recover, number one, is going to be to make sure you're drinking plenty of water, especially after eating something like a cinnamon roll.
Oh, yes, I know. Sunday cinnamon rolls in our house. Sunday cinnamon rolls. That's how we kick off our Sundays around here. Plenty of water. Go ahead. I'm listening.
But also, don't fret it. St. Patty's Day is a holiday. Really, I have the philosophy where you take holidays off. You enjoy yourself. You're supposed to enjoy yourself with family.
I knew I liked you.
People will take themselves super seriously, and they'll beat themselves up over, oh man, maybe I had 7 beers too many on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, right. That could, I imagine people could feel like that. So what do you got to do? If St. Patrick's Day is in the rearview mirror, is it ever really in the rearview mirror? No, but for us Irish people, it's St. Patrick's Day every day of the year, really. But if the one particular day is now in the rearview mirror, what do we got to do? Drink plenty of water, like you say, flush the system, right? Get everything out of you. So you want to flush the system, drinking plenty of water. What else do you have for everybody?
That's a long sound graphic.
Oh, it must be playing long in your ear. It was only like 3 seconds for me, but who knows? All right.
I got the whole thing.
Okay.
But, yeah, just don't fret it. You're 1 meal away from being back on track, so just get back on track this week. Use Monday as a good stepping stone. Sunday was a good time. Monday is also going to be a good time, but for different reasons.
Okay.
And just don't beat yourself up. It's all about that self-talk in the head.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I call it binge thinking, right, brother? I call it, the thoughts from the backwaters of your brain. So how specifically can one do that? How can you get off your own back, right? How can you be your own best friend in a situation like that? Have you found any little tricks or tips or techniques that you use if you've had one too many cinnamon rolls or one too many beers on a holiday? What are some of the things that you do to try to keep that little voice at bay?
So I've gotten good at just muting it over time, but it takes practice. It's something that you can actively practice is talking to yourself and how to talk to yourself. So for someone who's just starting out or for someone who is obsessed with how the scale looks and like just beating themselves up, just stop. Take a step back, write down those negative feelings, take them on or take that sheet of paper and crumple it up and throw it in the trash because it's like you're throwing away those negative feelings.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That way, all you have to do is focus on the good. Okay, I'm going to be back on track. I had my fun. Let's really get after it. I had my fun. Okay, I'm back on track now.
And now, I don't want to.
It's saying you're back on track.
I don't want to bum you. I don't want to ruin the rest of your day. We only have a couple minutes here. I'm sure you've got clients away. Oh, why don't you tell me where is the name of the gym? Let's give a plug to the name of the gym that you do your show at Sunday nights and also where you do our Monday morning tip. What's the name of the gym? And the guy's got a great name. What's his name, the owner?
The owner's name is Brian Caliquet.
Oh, Brian. Is that Irish, Caliquet?
I think so.
Is it spelled with an I or a Y?
Y.
Oh, are you kidding me? All right.
His first name is I.
Oh, his first name is spelled with an I. Oh, okay, great. Well, hold on there. That's a different story. I thought you were going to tell me it was spelled with a Y. Never mind. All right. Listen, here's what I was going to tell you. When I went through, and I know just so listen with one ear, right? And then get ready to ball this up on a piece of paper and throw it away so it doesn't ruin your day. But when I went through my father's suicide, one of the things that I had to do to recover was to write a letter to him, right after he had jumped, was about a year later, write a letter to him telling him everything that I thought about in the letter, everything that had gone down. I wrote everything out in the letter. I remember dragging the pen through the pages. It was more like a putty knife than it was a pen. But guess what I did with that paper afterwards, Derek?
What did you do?
Set it on fire.
Yeah,
throw it in the sink.
Fire's fun.
Fire's fun. Oh, so for all the people, all the pyromaniacs out there, don't forget Derek Noel Fitness, the Derek Noel on Facebook. No, but to your point of putting it on a piece of paper, crumple it up and throw it away, I'm a little bit more of an arsonist, right? So I decided to burn mine and then put the remnants in the sink right next there, right? Safety first, even if you're an arsonist. Safety first, because there is a real physiological value, not to mention the philosophical value, but of putting it all on paper, exercising it, getting it out, venting it, if you will. And that was a turning point for me, was setting that thing on fire. So I absolutely agree with you that writing it down, then balling it up and throwing it away is the perfect way to go.
Definitely agreed. It really does help out, especially if you're not used to actually talking yourself in a positive light, because a lot of people talk in a negative light. They beat themselves up instead of helping themselves step up.
Right. I like that. Beating themselves up and helping them instead of helping themselves step up. Look, I'm all over beating yourself up. I just like it when that other voice takes the counterpunch. You want to beat yourself up because you're a lazy slug. I get that, Derek. I got to tell you. But what we talk about every time on the show is that it's like a speed bag. You never let yourself up. Right? You never bring the counterpunch, just like any other muscle. Your mind is like a muscle. You beat up muscles when you go to where you are right now at Brian's place, right? You beat a muscle up. That's how you make it stronger. You tear it down. So I'm all over us tearing ourselves down if we do it in little amounts so that you can rebuild that mental muscle that we all deserve. That's a true human birthright. What say you?
I definitely agree. And I think I caught towards the tail end that you are going into your 60-second stoic, and that helps a lot too.
Oh, Stoic philosophy has always helped me, right? Because especially with the things that I've been up to of late and the things that lay ahead of me, right? We don't have time to get into it now. We'll have you call in when you don't have clients standing around. But let me get a plug one more time for the gym you're in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Right? Did I get that right?
In Grand Blanc, Michigan, the big white. Grand Blanc, Michigan, I am at Grand Blanc Fit Body Boot Camp.
Fit Body Boot Camp.
And then you can find me on Facebook at the Derek Noel, which is where my show, Derek Noel Fitness Live, goes on every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Very cool. Great numbers last night. Just so you know, great numbers last night, I thought. You did a great job.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm actually a little overwhelmed. I didn't think that it was going to blast off like it did.
Yep.
So I really appreciate all the help from everyone who's been helping out. You, Matt, my dad helping out too.
Sure. Yeah, it was nice last night because I was sitting there watching the show and texting with your dad while it was going down. So you're doing a great job. Just be you, right? And as I've said all along, your show's going to climb in the numbers because you're just busy helping other people through questions that they have. So, all right, brother, thank you very much. I promised I'd let you get back. Thank you so much for calling in, and we will talk. Don't forget, next Sunday night, Derek, Noel Fitness will be on IPMNation.com, of course, Channel 3, the Counterpunch at 8 p.m. Eastern. Derek, thanks so much. Have an absolutely fantastic day.
You too, Brian.
All right, you know what? I should have thrown up the logo. Sorry, brother. I should have put here's Derek's logo. I should have had that up the whole time he was talking, but I'm new here. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this, and we will be right back.
You're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy. How much longer will you let them hijack your head and your heart?
How much longer are you going to let them hijack your head and your heart? That's the question of this morning. Now, a part of the thank you that I wanted to do, we got together last night, Matt Connerton from IPM Nation and Rob from Rob and Slim, and we're kicking around the idea of a telethon. No, not that kind of telethon. We're going to be doing it live here this month on March 30th, right before I head into the spa for my cranial pedicure, right, the Dremel tool. And I got to tell you, last night I was just joking around going, man, I wish I had the sound effect of a Dremel tool. And doesn't Rob pull out an actual Dremel tool? It was just great. But in any event, if you get a chance, Sneak Speak is over on the Sneak Speak Facebook page or at IPMNation.com. Get a chance to catch up with a little bit of the shenanigans that went on last night. Shenanigans is a term from my good friend Lee Rowley, who's come up with. Well, you know what? Let's jump into the feed real quick and see what's going on over here and say hello to everybody and good morning. Sorry it's taken me so long to get here. Jennifer, thank you so very much. I super appreciate it. Let's do this. Let's do a share. Thank you, Jennifer. Left and came back into. Oh, you're back. Ian, good morning. So let's, Lee, good morning. Patricia, good morning. Heather, happy Monday morning to you as well. Thank you so very much. Kathy says, good morning. Starting the week with a counterpunch. Kathy, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you very much. Lee says, good morning, Bri, and all you fantabulous people. I tell you all the time, Lee has a way with words. Fantabulous. Sound is gone for this segment. Left and came back in too. Oh, you're back. It sounds like Matt Connerton. Oh, you're back. I laugh every time I hear Matt's intro because he's actually going like, and then he gets ready to do the intro. Ian, thank you so very much. Oh, you know what? Let me thank Ian and also Patricia for jumping on over into our little, and to Lee. Thank you very much, Lee. I super appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging out with us over at the GoFundMe page. I super, super appreciate everything that you all are doing. So thank you very much. And that leads me to kind of talk about, Sarah, I'm sorry about the audio. I don't know where we could have, where the audio could have dropped, but let me see. Maybe here. Is that here? Did I do something wrong? No, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. Oh, you know what? Let me check here. No, it wasn't there either. So sorry about that, Sarah. Just blame me. Why not? Everybody else does. Thought that maybe the point was to have no sound. Who knows? Well, you know, it's funny that you say that, Sarah, because when Derek was talking about how important it was just to mute that voice, I was going to kill his volume. So Derek's talking, blah, 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 right? I just thought that would be a funny stick, but I didn't want to do it to him, right? He's got great advice as well. But thank you all so very much for your help. And that leads me perfectly into what we're going to talk about this morning. Matt Connerton from IPM Nation, Rob from Rob and Slim, you know him, you love him. Well, they've decided to throw a little bit of a marathon. It's going to be Saturday, March 30th, as I say, right before I head into the Columbus Cranium Shack, where I'll be tomorrow. I'll give a full update over on the Facebook page, the Brian Brain Trust, if you're not in already. You could jump in. I'd appreciate it. I'll give a full update on what's going on with all the testing tomorrow. But on the 30th of this month, just a couple weeks away, Saturday from noon to midnight, we're going to do a full-on 12-hour marathon broadcast, if you will, with all the hosts, all the guests, all the followers, all the fans, all the friends of everyone that is a host on IPMNation.com. And they very, very graciously agreed to make sure that marathon helps to support the GoFundMe page and everything else that we're doing to get ready for the months ahead. So thank you so much to Matt from IPM Nation. Again, Rob from Rob and Slim. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Even if you can just stop by and hang out, we're going to be going 12 hours. And some of these guys are absolute riots. So we'll have some more information as that goes on. We'll have some information from time to time, let everybody know what's happening. All right, don't forget, you can give us, yes, I did get your text. Thank you so very much. You can give us a text, 833-646-3877. 833 mind-ups, just like push-ups or sit-ups or pull-ups. You're welcome to call us too. Yes, Derek is. Thank you very much. Derek is a really knowledgeable guy. That's why we have him here to be able to answer the questions that you might have. And, a lot of people go, you just got to put up with it. You overindulge the day before, get through it. But he's absolutely right. Water is the perfect cleanser. It's like you drink enough water the day after. It's like a power wash, right? It's like a leaf blower in your front yard on a cold day in November. You're just blown away. Well, that's what happens on the inside when you drink water the day after. It just does your body good. It does your kidneys good. It helps your lymph system, not to mention your heart, your blood. It helps everything. So if you're in a situation where you go, I put the Saint punch me in St. Patty's Day, then, right, if you feel it today, the counterpunch is drink enough water, just like Derek says, get out there, get yourself hydrated, and then your body's able to flush the toxins. And he also, which is why I love Derek, he also talked this morning about something near and dear to my heart, is how do you and I flush our mental toxins, right? I said earlier, you know what? Let's do this. We'll do the tuning fork, which I use all the time, but let's go ahead and get to our early morning meme before we run out of time. All right, Sarah, hopefully the sound doesn't go on this one. Want the perfect way to jumpstart your brain, to prime your mind, to hone your heart and your head? Here's today's early morning meme. Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, da. There you go. Life is a hostile place until you find the heart for it. Life is a hostile place until you find the heart for it. And so I want to give you this thought. I believe, right, as I mentioned before with the tuning fork, right? Life's a hostile place, does what it can to deaden that vibration of your heart. Just like this tuning fork, you're born, right? Heart's vibrating. Life does what it can to squelch that vibration. And until you realize that's what's going on, then you don't have to feel like you're being targeted. You don't have to feel like you're being maligned. You don't have to feel like which is, the next time we do a low life's making headlines, it's these people that get on anywhere they can and they go, the universe hold you, mother just hold you in the palm of her hand. Yeah, just talk about a Venus flytrap. Oh, let me just say this real quickly. If you're good with that, what is that, like drawing software kind of stuff, I would love a picture of a human body. Just hear me out on this. A human body, but its head is a Venus flytrap. Photoshop, is it called Photoshop? I think it's called Photoshop. If anyone would be interested in doing a little graphic like that, send it to me. I'll send you, you know what I do? I'll send you a Mortal Up a bumper sticker. If you want to trade, I'll send you a Mortal Up bumper sticker because I would just like a picture, but I'm no good at Photoshop or whatever it's called, right? But a human body with a Venus flytrap is a head. I think that would be a great bit. But all I'm here to say is that those walking, talking Venus flytraps, the universe itself, oh no, it's such a caring place. Yeah. Right up to the black hole that's going to suck everything up and spit the Milky Way out the other end. But yeah, the universe, it's a caring place. But all you can do is you can't afford to feel targeted. You can't go, oh, woe is me. You got to go, thy will be done. And we don't get to sugarcoat our luck. Let me just say this quickly, and then we really do have to run. I thank everyone, 220 some odd shares over in Facebook. And I thank everyone for also sending their thoughts and their prayers. And I know this is weird, but let me just get this out. My sense is my prayer's already been answered. My prayer was to be put here in the first place. Right? So my prayer was that I'd get a shot at this life. And it's just not in me to run from my karma. It's just not in me to ask for my luck to be sugar-coated. It's just not in me to say, thy will be done, and then go, oh, well, by the way, could you do it this way? All right, we got to go ahead. I rambled on too long. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early. Thank you so very much for joining us here at All Natural Being. And Sarah, my apologies again about the sound.
You've been listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy.
Join us live every Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern.
Also, check us out around the clock at allnaturalbeing.com.
Until then, always remember to bring your own bold.
Would have been helpful if I actually turned up the volume there. Have a great day.